I have lost about 50 pounds and I've kept it off, and I get to maintain a lean and confident physique year-round. I also stepped on stage last year in a bodybuilding show and won 3rd place, and I've been able to help over 1,000 women's lives and bodies inside of our aligned fitness coaching program. And I finally get to maintain a lean, strong physique that I actually love. But here's the part that might surprise you. I don't do any cardio. I don't do intermittent fasting. I don't do low carb. I don't do a diet. I just train 4 times per week, and I've built a lifestyle that I feel balanced, not burnt out. If I could go back to my old self back in 2017, the one who was lazy, who was overweight, who was not seeing results, who was making excuses, and just felt stuck in a cycle of bad habits, this is the blueprint I would give her, and it's not quick fixes. It would be 5 fundamental rules of how to build a life and body you are proud of. And today, I'm going to share them with you. This is episode 13 of my Lean and Strong series, where I am sharing all the secrets, everything you need to know to get lean, strong, and toned without extremes. Rule number 1, train for strength, not for hours. Let's talk about one of the biggest myths that women are told to see results. You have to grind for hours and hours in the gym. You have to run on a treadmill till you're exhausted. I used to believe that, and it kept me from even starting. As a driven woman, time is your most valuable asset. The goal isn't to live in the gym. The goal is to build a lifestyle. That's why I train 4 times per week. I do 4 strength training workouts per week and no cardio right now. Now, don't get me wrong, cardio has its time and place. It's great for cardiovascular health, and if you love running or cycling, then of course you can keep some of that in. But here's what I see happening too often. So many women are spending too much time on the cardio machines and ignoring one of the most powerful things to transform their body, which is building muscle. Now, why is building muscle so crucial for women? Let me break this down for you, because this is game-changing information. First, muscle is metabolically active tissue. The more of it you have, the more calories you burn at rest. Now, my body burns significantly more calories at rest than when I was 50 pounds heavier. Not because I'm running, but because I built a strong foundation. Second, as women, we start losing muscle mass at a rate of about 3 to 8% per decade after the age of 30. So this isn't just about aesthetics. This is about the quality of your life. Muscle protects your bones, it prevents osteoporosis, and it keeps you functional and independent as you age. Third, building muscle optimizes your hormones in a way that cardio simply cannot. It helps regulate insulin sensitivity, supports healthy testosterone levels. Yes, women need testosterone too, and can even help balance cortisol. And here's the confidence piece that nobody talks about. When you feel physically strong, you show up differently in other walks of life. You walk taller, you speak up more, you take up space, you negotiate better, and you command respect. And no, you're not gonna get bulky, okay? That takes years and years of extreme intentional effort. This is about becoming strong and healthy and creating a physique that looks and feels powerful. The women I work with tell me all the time, I never realized how much more stronger I could feel. And they're not just talking about lifting heavier weights. They're talking about feeling stronger in their careers, their relationships, and their entire lives. I have busy clients who are nurses or who are occupational therapists or business owners, CEOs, some of the most demanding jobs out there, who have lost 20+ pounds and built muscle by following these principles. And they're not spending hours in the gym. They're being strategic with their time and focusing on what actually works. Focus on getting stronger progressively. This is the most efficient way and most effective way to change your body for good. Rule number 2, build your metabolism, don't crash it. My old life was a cycle of extremes. I would eat and drink whatever I wanted, then would feel terrible, and then felt like I need to undo all of that with an extreme crash diet. And I felt like I needed to punish myself. I was all in or I was all out. Does that sound familiar? That cycle destroys your metabolism. The truth is, you do not need to starve yourself to lose fat. In fact, you should do the opposite. You should be fueling your body. You should be eating to build. When you combine strategic strength training, rule number 1, with adequate nutrition, you're not just losing weight, you are changing your body's set point. You are building a bigger metabolic cup, if you will. You can eat more, you can live more, and you can still stay lean. So you need to stop dieting and start thinking like an architect. You are building a new body. That means you need to build it with premium materials, plenty of protein, quality carbohydrates, and healthy fats. I learned that food is fuel for the life I wanted to lead. It's not for guilt. This is how you achieve a lean physique year-round, not by dieting, but by building a metabolism that becomes so efficient that your body just becomes a fat-burning machine. And you're gonna reach a new set point because our bodies like to stay in homeostasis. So right now, you have specific maintenance calories that are specific to your current physique. So if you want to reach a goal, that means you're gonna have to push your body outside of that maintenance, outside outside of that homeostasis. But the good news is, once you make this your lifestyle and you focus on fueling your body, not restricting, building muscle, not just burning calories, you will have higher maintenance calories. And then it gets pretty hard to lose your progress. I would really have to try hard to gain the weight back. It would probably be harder for me to lose my progress because I have new maintenance calories, I have a new homeostasis, I have a new lifestyle, I have a new mindset, I have new habits. Once you really go all in on yourself and you lock in, it is very hard to lose your progress. Which brings me to rule number 3, eat with intention, not restriction. This is where the real mindset shift happens because I used to see food as the enemy. Every meal was a battle between what I wanted to eat and what I should have. And it was exhausting. Now I eat with intention. In 2018, I first started tracking my macros, my carbohydrates, my fats, and my protein. And I still do it today. Not because I'm obsessed, but it's because it's one of the most powerful tools in my toolkit. I use a food scale to weigh out my food in ounces and grams simply because it's way more accurate than using measuring cups or tablespoons. And of course, way more accurate than just guesstimating or being mindful with your food. Because the hard truth is, being mindful and just eating healthy is not enough for you to achieve your goal, especially if you've already been doing that and you're not making progress. But here's what I need you to understand. Tracking macros is not a form of restriction. It's about building self-awareness. It's about getting to your goal faster by removing the guesswork. Because when I first started weighing my food, I was shocked. What I thought was a tablespoon of peanut butter was actually 3 tablespoons. My small handful of nuts was 400 calories, not 150. My healthy protein shake was over 700 calories and just loads of sugar. I wasn't failing at willpower, I was failing at math. And for a successful woman, this should click immediately. You wouldn't run your business without looking at the numbers. You track your revenue, your expenses, your profit margins. So why treat your body any differently? Tracking taught me that my healthy options weren't always serving my goals, and that I could actually eat more of the foods I loved if I just simply fit them into my macros. Now, do you need to track forever? No, absolutely not. But the skills and knowledge you learn from tracking macros will stay with you forever, and that is a skill that no one can take away from you. After years of tracking, I can now eyeball portion sizes very accurately. After weighing out 4 ounces of chicken 10,000 times over the last 7 years, you get pretty good at looking at food and saying, you know what, that's probably 5 ounces, 6 ounces, 200 grams. That's a really great skill to have if you want to maintain a lean physique year-round. Especially when I go on trips like vacations or when I'm celebrating holidays, those are times where I'm not tracking, but I'm able to maintain my weight and maintain my progress because I've been tracking for so many years. I now know what 30 grams of protein looks like on my plate. I understand how different foods make me feel and perform. It's kind of like learning to drive. At first, you're thinking of every single move. Hands at 10 and 2. Eventually, it becomes second nature. Tracking macros builds that nutritional intuition that lasts a lifetime. So eating with intention means asking yourself, will this food build the body I want? Will it give me the energy to perform at my best? It means prioritizing protein at every meal to build that lean muscle to keep you full. It's not restriction, it's strategy. And it leaves plenty of room for flexibility because you're operating from a place of knowledge and not deprivation. Which brings me to rule number 4, master your habits and master your life. My transformation wasn't just about the weight I lost. It was about the habits I shed. The lazy evenings on the couch, all the nights out where I would get super drunk, ordering fast food at 1 a.m., the mindless eating while watching Netflix shows, the I'll start tomorrow mentality. Those weren't just bad habits, those were a reflection of my identity at the time. To change my body, I had to change the person who I believed I was. But as a driven woman, you've already built incredible habits in your career. You're disciplined, you're focused, you're resilient. Rule number 4 is about applying that same executive mindset to your own well-being. You need to start replacing your worst habits with better ones. Unwinding with a glass of wine every evening. Start going for a short walk to decompress instead. Or maybe having a 0-calorie soda instead. Swap the mindless snacking for a planned high-protein snack. It's not about sudden dramatic overhaul. It's about upgrading your habits one by one. I have clients who are busy moms, who are juggling jobs, who are nurses, who are business owners, who have lost 15 to 20 pounds plus while building muscle because they've built these habits systematically. They don't overhaul their entire lives overnight. They made one strategic change at a time until those new habits became their new normal. So what I want you to do is identify that one habit that's holding you back the most. Is it that nightly glass of wine, the 3 p.m. sugar craving, the snooze button? Don't try to fix everything at once, just pick one and replace it with a habit that the best version of you would have. And that's how you build unstoppable momentum. Which brings me to rule number 5, embrace the lifestyle and ditch the deadline. This is the most important rule of all. My old self was always looking for a 30-day challenge or a 12-week plan. I wanted a finish line. But what happens when you cross it? You go right back to where you started because the goal was temporary. The real goal is to stop seeing your health and fitness journey as a project and start seeing it as a part of your identity. This isn't a race. This is your new standard of life. There is no deadline. There's just who you are now. You are a woman who is strong. You are a woman who fuels her body with intention. You are a woman who moves her body because she respects it. And here's what nobody tells you about achieving a transformation. And I know it might be surface level. Don't get mad at me. This is how the world operates. When you are fit, healthy, and lean, the world treats you differently. You're respected more. You have more confidence. You attract better opportunities into your life. You say yes to more things because you believe in yourself now. I've watched this happen with my clients over and over again. I have clients who have started their own businesses after losing the weight and getting into shape. I have others who have received significant work promotions. And not just because they lost the weight, but because they showed up as a better, more confident version of themselves. When you feel strong in your body, you feel strong in your decisions. When you've proven to yourself that you can transform your health in your body, then you tell yourself that you can transform other areas in your life too. The discipline you build in the gym carries over to your finances, your relationships, your career, everything. When you remove the timeline, you remove the pressure. You can have an off day without feeling like you failed. You can go on vacation and enjoy yourself without guilt. Because this is your lifestyle now. It's integrated, it's balanced, and it's sustainable. Losing about 50 pounds was the outcome, but the real victory was becoming the woman who could do it. A woman who is in control, not of her diet, but of her life. These 5 rules are not a quick fix. It's a framework for becoming the strongest, most confident, and best version of yourself. These are how you lose the fat, you get lean, you build a life and body you've always dreamed of. But if you don't want to do this by yourself, you don't want to have to guess and try and figure it out on your own, you want the step-by-step game plan of exactly how to reach this goal for yourself, what workouts to do, the exact program, how much to eat, what foods to eat, the grocery list, the mindset, the accountability, the support, and have an expert coach make tweaks for you in everything along the way as you make progress, then click on the link in the description, fill out an application. I'd love to chat with you and see if we can help you out. But thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on the other episodes in my series. And click on this next video here, which was my most recent upload in this series on my channel.